is up, fellow Kaiju not Kaiju fans, Godzilla Kaiju, and welcome to the this episode of the K-First podcast. And as you can see, we are down by 2. So it's only the 3 of us. And
Wait.
so, with me on this fine day, I have
Goji Rex 28.
One and only Anna Goji.
and yes, since this is the May episode, we decided to do a thing for the military. And since there hasn't really been a lot of good American military characters throughout the films, with obviously exceptions, we'll also include some of the military characters in the Japanese Godzilla films. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So for my pick of this Military Appreciation Month special is Staggered Pentecost.
They saw me an image of who that is because I totally forgot what that is. Yeah. That guy. The guy from Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should be an idiot for not recognizing that name.
But he's just a really good military character. And he isn't a jerk like you see some of the military characters. He actually does care about his men, the citizens, though he is willing to sacrifice a small group, like in the beginning of the film, where he's telling Riley and his brother to just leave the fishing vessel as is and just go to the Miracle Mile. But yeah, I also like that he does effectively listen to his scientists for once. And I don't think you get too many military characters that do that. Effectively listen to his scientist. Yeah, I thought his character was great, and I hope to see someone like him again in a kaiju film. And that's it for me. Agno Goji, which one do you want to? I mean, which?
Oh well, first I want to just talk about how freaking Pacific Rim kind of just I say kind of because they never bring it up. Kind of retcon that, or no, it's not. No, it's not a retcon. I don't know why I said a retcon, but they shoved in the idea that he has a son, and he never mentioned him in the first Pacific Rim movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that was a Pacific Rim Uprising, which I love the fact that everyone is just agreeing that movie never existed because it just doesn't align well with the first movie. And don't get me wrong, there is some fun stuff in that movie that you can enjoy, but everything else, it's just why. And then Pacific Rim: The Black tried to salvage everything, or try to salvage what made the first Pacific Rim good. I guess I don't know. Trying to make the Pacific Rim brand good again.
Yeah. Anyways, Agno Goji, which one of you want to go next?
It's just tough because now you brought up Pacific Rim, and I totally forgot about Pacific Rim.
Well, we'll talk about Pacific Rim later. You just go on ahead and talk about your fight with military character.
Yeah. Now thinking about it, there's actually 5 military characters that I like.
We'll make it
Now that
short.
you brought up,
Too.
yeah, a 5-way tie. Let's just say that because now thinking about, yeah, Saka from Pacific Rim and Mako and Riley, those characters I love. I just love I just like the dynamic that those three have, and especially Mako. I think Mako is probably the best character in that movie. Yeah, I don't know. I just love Pacific Rim. I think that's like probably my most rewatch of the modern era of monster movies. But yeah, uh, those characters are amazing. Another character I'll probably pick for a military character is probably Akane from Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. I think it's just mostly the dude that I met her in person, and it was a good experience. She was nice talking to. I was basically freaking out the entire time I met her. But yeah, Akane's character is one of the best human characters in any of the in any of the Godzilla films. Not including Godzilla minus one because that's a totally different story. Because I wouldn't consider him. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, there's actually six characters I like that are from military cast. As I just remembered, there's also the kamikaze pilot from Godzilla minus one. That's a really good character. Yeah, and I really enjoyed his character. And that movie, every character in that movie was amazing. Which, yeah, especially the main character's character. I think what was his name again? I'm looking it up.
Koichi.
Koichi, yeah, Koichi. Koichi's character, who's probably one of the best characters in any of the Godzilla films. I think the Godzilla minus one cast, any of the characters are pretty much enjoyable. Whether it be Doc, Kid, Captain, or
No,
Kiriko.
no, not
That's her
all of
name.
them are military characters.
Yeah, but that's getting off topic. The
Yeah.
military character I do like from that movie is Koichi, which is a pretty good character. Like you do want to know his story and his character and what he's gone through, and you also want to know about. And what I like about Kane is she's not just having a vendetta against Godzilla because she just wants to. Oh, I want to destroy Godzilla because he killed my friends. No, she wants to avenge. Well, sort of wants to redeem herself for what mistakes she's done against a dumb action that she did, which was all her fault, and wants to kill Godzilla because he wants to redeem himself in a way. And I really enjoy that. And throughout the movie, you really do appreciate that character, and I really enjoy her character in that movie. And pretty much, actually, pretty much the entire military cast from Pacific Rim, I could probably put on this list. Yeah, because I really do enjoy their characters, like except for the pilots of Typhoon and Cyclone. Those two. No,
Cyclone?
Cyclone.
What?
What?
Do you
I don't know why.
mean do you mean Cherno Alpha?
Yeah, I mentioned a iPhone. Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't
I
know
got,
why.
I gotta say, General Alpha had a badass design.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but I did enjoy
It
it.
was a legit tank with legs and arms, and
Yeah,
without
but
the cannon.
I didn't enjoy the pilots of Channel Alpha and
I love the pilots
Typhoon
of
and
Cherno
Crimson
Alpha.
Typhoon. I don't like the pirates for them. I don't think they're just there for cannon fodder. To be honest, you just like know they're gonna die. It's like, yep, they're dead.
Hold on. No, no, no. We don't know that they were gonna die when we first get introduced to them. It's until freaking what was it, Otashi? Freaking spat
Otachi
the
and Leatherback.
yeah, Otashi spat the wrong kind of Nickelodeon glue, Nickelodeon glop shit, whatever it's called,
Slime.
and the slime, and burns through the middle, and then Leatherback comes on in and just squishes them.
And drowns him.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that Crimson Typhoon and Shirno Alpha got wasted because they looked so cool looking, and then they just get thrown away. And then we were stuck with
Striker,
and then we got
Eureka, and Gypsy
Striker
Danger.
and Gypsy. Yeah.
Also, whose bright idea was to have? Couldn't they just eject from Striker Rico before it explode? Like you clearly see in the next scene of Pacific Rim that they could
What
have
a problem with
ejected.
that, actually. There is a problem with that.
They had to. They had to.
Well, when
Like what?
they. What?
Activate it.
Yeah, what? Yeah. And then when it exploded, um, the ocean said, "Oh God, get it, the heat, get it away," and then just pulled away before coming rushing back. I don't think the escape pods could handle that type of power
Yeah.
of the ocean.
So they had to. Yeah, they had to do it manually instead of like putting it on timer, like what they did with Gypsy Danger.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. There probably was another way for them to survive, but other than that, it probably wouldn't make a difference because look at the freaking explosion that happened. Then again, I don't know. It's been a while since I watched Pacific Rim. I might give it a second. I'll probably give it another watch at some point, but I don't know.
Timer. So why didn't they just do that?
What?
They could have just put the bomb on a timer, just like with Gypsy Danger. So why didn't they
Yeah,
just,
no, no, no.
do?
Yeah, you're not. Alright. Do you remember the result of explosion of that nuclear blast?
Yeah, but they could just put it on a timer.
They couldn't put it on like a timer. Because the two kaijus, I forgot what their names are, could just disable it while disable the timer and thus not have the bomb go off because they're ripping into Striker Rike. There's so many things that could go wrong when a bomb's on a timer.
The cast I do like is Akane. Also, one that I forgot to mention is Commander Tachibana from GMK. I do enjoy his character and his dynamic with Yui. I do love that character. And he's pretty memorable. He's a pretty good character. And how he basically sacrifices himself. And pretty much he's dead by the end of the movie. Well, I know we see him come back, but he's covered in radiation poisoning, so you know he's gonna die. So that might be the last we see of Commander Tachibana by the end of the movie. But what we got with him is pretty cool. And another character that I like, guess, I guess another military character is what was the name of that military character who got killed by Godzilla and Godzilla was by Lante? Got burning trampled on him. That guy,
Gondo?
Gunzo, yeah,
Gondo, I think. I don't remember.
yeah, but him, Gunzo. I do enjoy his character, and mostly because of how funny he is and how funny he takes his role, both Japanese and dub. I just love how fun he takes his role. And like he's like not caring what he's doing. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna fight Godzilla. Yeah. I just I don't know, I just love that character's like, really, you're not taking your job seriously. Like I just laugh every time I see that, and I don't know, I just love his character. Like of he's the only like funniest character in the movie of how serious the movie takes itself, and he's the only funny character in the movie. And yeah, that's kind of weird. Just find that out of place and kind of funny of how weird that is for a very serious movie, and there's only like one funny character in the movie. I guess another. Actually, I think that's pretty much all of the military characters I do like. So, what about you, Godrets?
All right. So I was going to talk about Dr. Zerozawa from the 54 movie, but I decided just to keep it short and just leave it to like two other characters that not a lot of people talk about. Dr. Zero from the Phase 4 movie have gotten a lot of praise for being a great character, and I do agree on that. He is a really good character in that movie. But I want to talk about two characters from one of my favorite MonsterVerse movies, and that being Preston Packard and Hank Marlowe. Uh, so in the MonsterVerse, they don't really have that many good military characters. Like in 2014, you get Ford Brody, I think. Was that his name,
Yes.
or was like that's the name of Bryan
No,
Cranston's
no,
character?
no. Ford Brody is the son.
Outside.
Okay, you get Floyd Brody, and he's just a nothing burger. There is nothing to him that like speaks, "Oh, this character is awesome," or "This character has a good development." This character is it's just typical, and he's just not that good. And instead of just well, okay, I rewatched 2014. Did he did he say to his wife when he was like contacting her at the hospital? Did he like tell her to like get out of the city along with their son?
So pretty much he thought that he would make it via the train, but because so he's like, you know what, do it. I'll be there soon. I'll get you and Sam, and I'll get you out of the city before it
Fucking
all
idiot!
happens.
Fucking idiot!
Um,
You literally have giant monsters coming to that exact location. You should be telling your wife to get the fuck out of
well,
there.
no. So no, he was with the nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
So the two mutos wasn't there. No,
Which makes him a primary target.
yeah. So
Then
I think he figured that they were still out ways away. So you know, from the last location he probably seen reported. So like, okay, so they're still probably a few miles out. We'll get there, and I'll leave together with my wife and son. Everything will be good. We'll have enough time. And
no, I
in
still
usual
no,
kaiju
I still
fashion,
no, no, I still say she should just evacuate the city along with her kid. It just you literally are dealing with three giant monsters that could. You're literally dealing with three giant monsters, and if the city is evacuating, I think it would be a good idea to make sure your loved ones are out of there as quickly as possible. Like meet up at like a meet up at like a safety zone or whatever from like giant monsters. Like he could have just done that, but no, he should be like, "Wait for me, okay? I'll be there soon." Yeah, it takes you freaking like days to get to San Francisco, and you don't even look for your wife, or if like when he got there, I don't even know if he was like
no,
thinking
he
that his
was.
wife.
Well, when they got to the what's across for what's the city across from San Francisco down the coast?
I do not
Well,
know.
well, so he just go there. He did confirm where his son was. He was asking about his wife.
Okay, then.
A city
And
full of
they said,
God.
Yeah,
and they said, there's no known location where she is.
yeah. That's when one of the military personnel come and grabbed Ford for the briefing that
Okay.
Stans was doing, which I like Stans in 2014.
Is that like the
The admiral.
okay, the guy that like last known appearance is him talking about the oxygen destroyer and King of the Monsters?
As well as the deleted scene where I'm pretty sure he dies.
Yeah.
Like, how do you
Right.
evacuate a city full of 850, 918 people? Like, how do you evacuate that? There's a lot of things that you got to evacuate. A lot of people to evacuate. So,
Well,
They
there.
did.
Well, there. Well, there's been like extended material, and that was like the 2014 game, the browser game, which I'm pretty sure is non-canon, because no one really acknowledges its continuity. But like there was like air vehicles coming in and rescuing civilians and getting them out of the city. But I do not know if that's even canon or not. But with that, for Brody, I just did not like that character.
Sorry.
Like Brian Cranston's character was definitely like he had something going, and then they kill him off. It's like, wow, what a way to freaking subvert our expectations. Oh, fuck off with your subverting expectations. Eat a dick. But and then you had King of the Monsters, where yeah, there was like some military soldiers some people can remember, but other than that, they weren't really anything special. And then there was like GVK, which I don't really think there wasn't any military characters in it.
up on the ship.
Well, yeah, there was a military characters on the ship, but they didn't have any character. They were just there for like background or talk for like little scenes and shit. And then I don't know about New Empire. I haven't seen it yet. So
Empire? What the?
I'm planning on seeing it. Fucking give me a break. But what else? Yeah, that's about it. Like there wasn't really that many good military characters, but in Kong Skull Island, one of my favorite MonsterVerse movies, has two great military characters that I really like in that movie. I'm gonna start off with Hank Marlowe, and then we're gonna get into the good stuff with Princeton Packard.
That's Samuel Jackson's character, right?
Yeah, that's John C. Riley's character. So I feel like Hank Marlowe was the introduction to like, or it was like the testing audience kind of character, where he was like testing the audience of like, hey, what if we brought comedy into the MonsterVerse or whatever? And he was like somewhat of the comedic relief, but I feel like he was more than just a comedic relief character because of like the history he had on Skull Island of forming a bond with a of like an enemy he had with in like World War II, and how him and that guy had to survive Skull Island, and their journey that and the journey they possibly had on Skull Island for many years until his friend met his fate against one of the skull crawlers. And then we just get to see him, some comedy stuff with him with the main characters, and I felt like there was actually some there was some funny stuff with him. I feel like those scenes were pretty funny. Um, but the ending that was in Skull Island, where he was returning home and getting to see his wife and getting to meet his son, that scene is so good. It is a great emotional scene. Not like a teary eye scene or nothing like that. It's just a good emotional scene. You feel happy for him that he finally gets to meet his wife again and gets to meet his son for the first time. It's just great. And you also get to see how he respects the natives of Skull Island as well, and how they treated him. And like Hank Marley was just a good character. But in fact, I don't know if I should blame him for the introduction of. I don't know if I should blame his character or this character for like the introduction of comedy into the MonsterVerse, because I feel like the MonsterVerse had a big dip into comedy after this movie. Because you had a freaking King of the Monsters being like, Did she really just say gonorrhea? No, you fucking idiot. She didn't say gonorrhea. That's just your stupid mind just thinking of that shite.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, to be honest. I think it's way better than GBK comedy or the. I won't say much about GSK, but the comedy is in there too. Yeah, it's just.
Honestly, the comedy and the MonsterVerse in general was just not. It is not great.
I know people don't tend to like the comedy in that movie. I just love it for some
I don't know
reason.
how you could find any of those jokes funny.
I don't
I bet you
know.
were the type of guy. I bet you were the type of guy that was like laughing his ass off in the theater when that guy goes, "Did she really just say gonorrhea?" And it's like,
Okay, first of all, I just chuckle. I didn't laugh my butt off.
"Oh, you chuckled."
I chuckle at these jokes. I don't laugh my butt off at these jokes. I just chuckle. These jokes are funny enough to make me chuckle.
Anyways, so yeah, Hank Marlowe was a good character, but I don't know if I should blame him for the introduction of comedy into the MonsterVerse. So next is Packard. This character is badass. Let me just get that out of the way. He is just a badass like character in the MonsterVerse. Hell, I would say he's probably one of my top, probably my number one favorite character in the whole like MonsterVerse. Not Doctor Zerozawa. I that version of Doctor Zerozawa in the MonsterVerse. I don't really know why a lot of people. Well, I could see see why some people would like Doctor Zerozawa. I do like him as well, but he's not really that much of a big character. Yeah, I know I'm probably not wording it right, but or not saying it right, but basically he didn't really have that much of an impact on me. Like, yeah, he was a big follower of Godzilla, and he finally got to meet Godzilla up in person for like one last time before his fate. But I didn't really find him to be that great of a character, that big, great of a character. I still like him. It's just I don't think he was that great. But with Packer, however, he is a badass in like Kong Skull Island, because you get to see him like of like hit what happened to him, like of like the aftermath of Vietnam, of like how America was like pulling out of the Vietnam War, and his grief with that, and how he wants to get revenge for his comrades, his comrades that died by the hands of Kong, and his full motivations towards Kong of wanting to get rid of him are almost succeeded. It's just that it's just when the the freaking big ass skull crawler comes out of the waters, and yeah, like the main characters distracting him of dialogue and stuff, and he almost succeeded of killing Kong. So the scene in Kong Skull Island I thought was freaking great was the conversation that Packer had with Randa about how monsters exist and the existence of Monarch and what Monarch does, and just that scene is a top tier scene between like two characters played by really great actors. And Packer went out like a badass, and you know the old saying, if there was a PG-13 movie and Samuel Jackson was in it, you know he had to have the chance to say motherfucker, but due to Hank Marlowe saying fucker, that one f bomb was taken away. So Kong had to Kong had to squish him to make sure. Okay, look, we're a PG-13 movie. We gotta keep one f bomb.
Should give the F bomb to Samuel Jackson. What the fuck?
What?
They should have get the F bomb to Samuel Jackson. That's a rule.
Well, apparently when it comes down to PG-13 movies, you only allowed one F bomb. So,
They should have
so
given the F bomb to Samuel Jackson. God damn it.
they didn't give it to him. He was going to say it, but then Kong squished him. But Packard was definitely one of my favorite characters in the MonsterVerse, and and you just get to see how he's like breaking down, like close to the end of the movie when like they get to one of his one of his allies is crass choppers. You just see him like kind of have almost a breakdown, and knowing that one of his allies were even killed by the skull crawler, and how justification for Kong's existence isn't going to stop him from trying to kill Kong and gain revenge for his men. So honestly, he was just honestly a great character in Kong Skull Island, and I wish we got more badass military characters like him again. Or hell, not even just military characters, but human characters in general.
Yeah, sadly, we will never get a human character. Like, I think the only good human character we got in were the Russell family. Recent
Oh
King of the Monsters.
bullshit!
For the Russell family and Giles character. That's about it. And no, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying that the Russell family is good. I love the Russell family. Don't judge me.
Yeah. So just to recap, Hank Marlowe was a great World War II character who had a long time of surviving on Skull Island. Packer ended up became part of the losing side of the war, and he ended up wanting to take revenge. And after losing his comrades by the hands of Kong, he wants to get revenge on Kong, and his motivations are full throttle in that movie. It was almost completed, but he's dead now.
Wasn't for that long conversation they had, he probably could have killed Kong.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, you glorious bastard.
And that is it for this episode. I know it's very short, actually. And that's just because it just been 3 people in here. Obviously, it's gonna be very short. And, though I will say that the next episode will probably be longer. Definitely will be longer than this one. But I hope you guys don't mind that. Hopefully. Obviously, on my YouTube channel, everything's in either the description or the little links on the drop menu thingamajig. So, yeah. Go ahead and pick you guys' stuff out.
G-Reds doesn't have anything to plug, so I'm just gonna plug my stuff away. You can find me on @Nagoji2001 on YouTube, @Nagoji Official on Twitter, @Nagoji2017 on Instagram, @Nagoji or AstroGoji on Facebook, and you can also find me at @Nagoji2001 on Wattpad. You can basically find me anywhere at @Nagoji, and you can also find me on Discord at @Nagoji2 something. I don't know. You can just find me on Anagogi on Discord too. I'm mostly active on Discord, so yeah.
Okay.
You can probably find me on there too.
This is Godzilla Kairu.
This was Goji Rex 28.
Is Anagogi the one and only?
Signing out.